Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Rod Arriagada coming to you live from the Hangar Billiards and Sports Lounge. We're here at 121 Scurfield Blvd, and we're here for the King of the Hill winner take all 8-ball. And no, I did not correct that once throughout the whole stream. I never corrected it once, but I'll do it right now. So this is an A-side semi-final matchup between Jeff Clare and Johnny Baptiste. We're just in the first rack right now, and we have Jeff Clare at the table. The other matchup that we have going down is Larry Hunter, Jeremy Hansen, and they're just playing a couple of tables over. We're going to keep peeking up on them as we go through this match. And if this match happens to end before their match ends, then we'll switch over there and continue to watch the remainder of their match on the TV table. Now, and just to be clear on the record here, for the record, I should say, I was trying to have the other guys play, Jeremy and Larry play, because they haven't been on the stream yet. I wanted to put them on the stream. But everybody wanted to watch this match, so this is the match you guys wanted. This is the match you guys get. And we will hopefully be able to catch some of the other match as well, depending on how this one goes. We're currently in rack number 1, and nobody's gotten a game yet. Jeff's doing his best to figure it out right now. All right. Sorry, I was just doing something here on the side that had to be taken care of. I do have the noise filters on just in case if you're wondering why it's all quiet in the background. It's because of the noise filter or the music playing in the background. But I will do my best to fill in the quietness with some commentary and hopefully not too many crazy moments in between. All right, so Johnny comes up on this says quarterfinal, and I'm wrong. It should say semifinal, so let me fix that right now. There's an error on my part. Been corrected. X off the rail for the 4, trying to come across for the 7, comes up short. You can still see it though, I think. I don't know if you can make it, but you can see it. And other than that, he's got a 3-ball available. 1 ball's in a bad spot, sort of. Once you get to the 7, you get to the 1. You could maybe try to come off 3 rails here for the 7. Free ball in the bottom left corner. Then spin off 3 rails for the 7. That will work. He would have liked to have kept the cue ball in a better spot than that, but this works. He has the shot. Start. All he's got to do is figure out how to be able to either get onto that 2 ball or shape up for the 1, which looks like he's already made up his mind here. He's going to shape up for the 1 ball. Gently off the rail for the setup on the 2 ball. He wants a little bit of angle, which it looks like he just got perfectly on that one. That's just enough to get by that 13 ball, or even if he hits it, it won't be that much of a problem. Quick little reset here. Don't see him do that too often, but you know, we're getting into the serious stages of the match now. And not, I mean, not the match, but the tournament. Oh no, and then he missed the 8 ball. And Jeff will have a chance here to strike first. Could have been Johnny's game though. In the game or in the shot before the 8 ball, you seen there you had to have a quick reset, and perhaps he needed a reset there on the 8 ball also. Oh, the shape here on the 9 ball is going to allow him to kind of follow this forward a little bit, and then he can deal with the 15 or the 14, depending which one he can see, which to me, from my point of view, looks like the 15 is the shot that he's going to go for. He's going to try to break into them. Okay. I figure he would just set up for the long shot to the corner. But this works. Makes it a lot easier anyway. And that's going to give him the shape for the 8 ball. And it looks like he will be striking first in this match. It's a race to 13, so we got a lot of games to go yet. In the meantime, let's go and take a peek on these other guys. Looks like Larry Hunter's at the table on this one, and he seems to be shooting the stripes. Perfect little shape here. Got to finish. He's been playing some good pool all day long, and he didn't follow the dress code. He's one of the only guys that followed the dress code. I just asked everyone to kind of dress up and look a little sharp. Some people did, some people didn't. It wasn't mandatory. There wasn't like a punishment thing. Oh my God, I can't believe he left it on the table. Come on, Larry, you gotta do better than that, man. And that's a huge break here for Jeremy. He's got to work his table out. Back to our main TV table. Looks like Jeff scratched off the break. Johnny gets a ball in hand. Oh, he's got to figure out what he wants to take here. Both ways there's a little bit of work, but I feel like Man, I'm not sure if the stripes are good here. I kind of like the stripes, but I don't. And I don't like them because of that 15. Like it's kind of hard to get that breakout. Just so many solids in the way that. Oh, I gotta come up there. I'll be right back. Asking me whether or not the ball is behind the line, the 15 ball, and we'll take a look here on the side, see if we can see here. Pretty close. It's about half ball almost, but it's just slightly under half ball. It's just under, and I couldn't tell. Like I took my time to look at it and look at it and look at it, and I couldn't tell. The best way that I could have maybe done it is with a ruler or something like that, where I could have had to for sure tell. But I had to go with my eyesight, and I can't tell. But to me, I looked at it a couple of times, and it was either half the ball on the line or just less than half. So instead of having a questionable situation, we're just gonna play it out. It says, and he still has the option here for solids or stripes, but he's looking to do with the stripes. And I'm not sure about that one. I'm telling you, that 15 is tough. You see, there's a lot of room behind that 15 ball, between the 15 and the 4. So as long as he gets position up there, he can make the shot to the corner. That's not going to be a hard thing if he gets a position, but it's hard to get that position. And to get that breakout, well, if you can manage to find a way for that breakout, you're not going to have much of a follow up for an escape shot. So when you decide to break out that 15, if that's the route you're going to take, you have to be very timely on it. Or it could be something of a situation that you definitely want to avoid. He's got an option here, maybe drawing back and setting up for that end to the side with an angle, and then break out the 15 from there. So maybe that's what he's going to try to do. Maybe at this point, not quite there though. Yeah, so you can maybe play an angle shot here on this 12 ball and just follow through and settle for the long shot on the 15. I don't mind that option. The beauty. I would have liked a little bit of angle here so you can just, kind of stun over for the 12. But here I feel like he's going to have to roll this up a little bit. Just settle for a shot on the 12. Yeah, he's going to have to settle just for a shot. And I'm wondering if you're going to try to play this through here and play the 8 ball in the same pocket. You have the angle to work with here to come through off the 2 rails, maybe 3 even, for the perfect 8 on the same pocket as a 12. Yeah, there you go. 3rd rail will make it. He'll make that easy 8 in the pocket, tie up the game at 1. There's a nice little shape shot here. He got too good on it almost. Well, let's take a look at the rules while we can real quick. It's a race to 13. The finals will be a race to 15. So the next round, it will be a race to 15. Single elimination, alternate breaks, straight races, no handicaps, 2-move racking system, take what you make, cue ball fouls only, championship match must be played, and winner take all. And as you guys can see here on the bracket, we're down to the semifinal now. These are the 4 players remaining. Jeff Clare, Johnny Baptiste, top of the bracket. That's our TV table, our main TV table matchup. And in our bottom bracket, we have Larry Hunter and Jeremy Hansen. They're currently having a showdown as well on a table, a couple of tables down from here. And, well, we're going to tune in and check up on them shortly as well. Maybe get an update on the score, let you guys know where we're at. Well, we got 2 games in. We're moving into the 3rd rack now. Rack number 3. Johnny Baptiste to break. Looking for some action. He's got one of the best breaks in Manitoba. But can he make a ball? He will definitely make a ball. And what a smashing break that was. He just let it out on that one, man. Pay me my money, so smash the break. He's going to have to start off either with a 1 or the 6. He's shooting solids because he's made a solid off the break. It's take what you make off the break. So as an example, just to kind of let you guys know what take what you make means, it kind of sounds obvious, but there's some situations where you're kind of wondering what would apply as a rule in this situation. So what you're looking at is if you make a solid off the break, you're solids. If you make a stripe off the break, there are stripes. If you make one of each, it's an open table. When it's an open table, you can combo a solid into a stripe or a stripe into a solid for your opening shot. It's okay. If you have a combination with the 8 ball to open up when the table's open because you made one of each or 2 of each, then that's okay also. If you happen to make 2 stripes and 1 solid, you're stripes. If you make 2 solids and a stripe, then you're solids. If your opponent breaks and he smashes the rack, makes 3 or 4 stripes off the break, but he's scratched, it's still an open table. Now the 2, well, we'll talk about the 2-move racking system on the next rack. So part of it though is that whatever balls are left on the table after the table is done, they got to scrapple the balls, put them in the pockets, and then that will allow for a random rack. Perfect weight here for the 8 ball. And Johnny's gonna take game number 2. All right. So we'll leave it here real quick. I guess we'll go catch up with these guys on the next track because we're gonna show you about the 2-move racking system. So you can't He can't move anything. See, everything's got to go down the pocket. Whatever comes up, comes up. Just puts it on there. He's allowed 2 moves. One for the black, which he just moved, to make sure the black goes into the middle of the rack. The second move is to ensure that there's a solid and a stripe at the end of the rack. Right? So in that case, he had to make 2 moves because there was 2 solids at the end, and the 8 ball wasn't in a different spot than where it belonged. Rack number 4. He's down by 1. Needs something to go in here. He makes a stripe. I believe it was a 15 to the side pocket. Smash and break on that one. Cue ball went for a ride, but it ended up coming back perfect. Well, and this table ain't too bad. I mean, the 11 ball's in a not so great spot, but it ain't too bad. I mean, once you make that 12, you got position on the 11. You could even make the 12 and just run into the 11 ball. That works too. Take a look on the side, see what he's got. Yeah, he's got the 12 here. He can run into the 11 ball. You can just kill it off the rail. Yeah, it was better to run into it. I like that choice. That was a good choice. Gotta take the 11 ball now and come up table to the middle. 14 ball is the one that's, not in a hard spot, but it's kind of a weird spot because, precision, both corners matters here for the shape. If he gets on it now, he's going to take it now, but he's rolled right up on that 14 ball. Looks like he's okay though. Looks like he still has the 10 ball, so it's not all bad. It's all right. All this kind of really means is that he's got to maybe finish on that 14 ball now, which wasn't part of the plan, but if it has to be, it has to be. You could also try to draw back here and just try to get shape for that 14 and set it down to the bottom left corner if your heart's hung up on it. He's taking a look to see at his options right now. 13 ball is a bit of a concern also. It does go past the 8 ball, the bottom left corner, but it's tough to get to the bottom right corner without a breakout. Can't tell from there to see whether or not it goes to the side pocket, but it might. Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to settle here for the 14 as a finish ball. And I think he's slightly off here on the 9 ball, but he can compensate with some spin to get back into it. Back into the line that he's looking for. He's looking to come across here and run into that 6 ball so he can have a shot on the 13 to the same pocket. Yeah, he's offline though, so yeah, maybe take the 13 ball now. That works also. We are playing on a bar box table, so the shots aren't extremely long, but they're still challenging, of course. Usually are, especially on a diamond. And he's got a nice angle now here on this 9 ball. He's perfect little touch for shape. Now all he's got to do is just come across and try to get a kind of a bit of a right angle on this 14 ball. So he can get shape for the 8. He's decided to go across to the right, so that means he's going to have to use this 7 ball or draw for the 8 ball here. And if he uses a 7 ball, he's got to be careful. He's going to have to settle for a longer shot on the 8. A couple of different options he's got to consider before making the shot. It looks like he's gone through all his options, so he's ready to go. A good punch draw will get him around the side pocket. He used the 7 ball. Hit it with a little bit more pace, though, and he came up table. He still has a shot on the 8 ball, but it's not an easy one. Definitely makeable, though. And cue ball angle is safe, so you can make it with confidence. He's going to go the other way. I thought he would go to the side. ball in hand for Johnny Baptiste, and he'll have an option here to be able to get up 2 games. He'll have to earn it though. Everything at the table still. But this table is nice. This is kind of like a warm-up table, you know. If you're trying to warm up before a tournament, or you know, for playoffs, league playoffs, you kind of want a table like this to warm up on. That's good. This is good for him. Definitely want to take that 4 ball out of the way because you want to open up that table and that pocket a little bit more. It'd be a good option to take the 7 ball right now because you can get a good angle for the 5 or for the 1 or whatever you want to do here. I'm gonna go with the 1. Nothing wrong with that. The main thing he's got to watch out for here is just not to end up with a funny shot, like a back cut on something, or being frozen against the rail, or shooting over a ball, some awkwardness like that. Which he should be able to avoid all of that with his layout. Got 3 now. Drop back for the 7 ball, get similar shape for it. Just like that. You actually might want to take the 6 ball now, though, because the finish makes a little bit more sense. Then you have the 2 ball available, which will give you the shape for the 7. The 7 should give you the shape for the 8. Just checking his angle now, just to make sure he knows where he wants that cue ball to be after the shot. Comes off the rail just enough for him to be able to get the cue behind the cue ball. Don't know if you really want to dig into this, though. You might have to play this through with some spin. Looking for 2 rails, almost 3 for this one. That would do it. That's the one. And Jeff says that's good. Johnny will take a 2-game lead. Let's take a peek at the other guys now. Let's see what they're up to. We got Larry Hunter at the table right now. Another table looking good for him here, but the last one I'm not sure if he won it or not. And he's not too happy about moving that 7 ball in that spot because it kind of blocks the shot for the 8 ball now. 8 ball's limited to 2 side pockets only. Another thing I think is his 15 is good, but the shot on the 5th or on the 13 is going to be not what he exactly wanted to have. I believe there's a solid on the right side corner that's blocking that 13 from going in that pocket. Oh, he's got the shot to the side. Does he have the angle to come down for the 8 ball? This is precision now. It only goes to 1 pocket from that angle. I'm going to go back to our other TV table after this shot. That must be a stripe hanging over that pocket. I just want to see if he gets out on this table, and I'll go back to the other table. Watching the master at work on this one. nice shot, Larry. I think he's got the shot on the 8-ball. I don't know. If not, he's going to have to do a jump shot or a kick shot. He has no idea he's on the stream table right now or on the TV table. It'd be a nice shot if you could make it. Yeah, he's got to really work this one out, man. He's got me hooked on this rack right now because it's a tough rack, and he's trying to get out here. Oh, almost went in the wrong pocket. All right, back to our main table. Maybe I'll switch back here after when these guys take a quick breather because Johnny smokes, so I know Johnny will eventually end up going for a smoke break. Well, in the blink of an eye, and this rack's almost over. Look at that finesse. This guy's playing top form, man. He's unbeatable. He plays beautiful pool all the time. And I feel like he's there now. I feel like he's in the zone, man. He hasn't peaked yet. That's a scary thing. He hasn't peaked yet, but maybe he's peaking right now. Maybe he's peaking right now, man. I guess we can go back to the other table. No, we'll leave it on here. They're still scrapping out that table, though. Yeah, let's go back to that table. Let's do it. No, you guys are coming back already. Okay, we won't. I should find out what the score is over there. I have no idea what the score is. 5 racks in. 3-game lead. Rack number 6. Jeff Clare at the break, and just needs something to go in, man. Looks like a dry break. Was it a dry break or did he make a ball? No, it was dry. So Johnny, another great opportunity here. He's already got a 3-game lead. We got a chance to make it 4 now. In a winner break format, you can expect anybody to come back when it's a deficit no matter what. But with an alternate break system or format, a 3 to 4 game difference kind of makes the other player have to work twice as hard to get back in the game because of the alternate breaks. So this 3-game lead right now it's not significant, but it's the beginning of something that could be significant. And this is a juicy table, man. The only problem here is if you're going to go stripes, the 9-ball's not in a good spot. However, you can get that out, no problem. The other thing is the 13 ball doesn't really have a pocket, it has to be broken out. If you go low ball, well, that 2 and the 3 need to be figured out. And that's really about the only problem you have. The 5 ball's in a tight spot, I guess, next to the 13. So that's one of those positional shots that you have to really kind of force your way in there. I'm not sure if I like my options here with solids. I actually feel like I like my options with stripes, but I'm not sure what he made off the break. Or no, it's not. He didn't make anything off the break. It's just dry break, so he's got an open table. If he can get to that 5, no problem. He can shape up rather than 2 or the 3. They both kind of go to the side pocket. I think the 2 ball is more available than the 3 ball is. So what I'm wondering is if that 3 ball goes past the 11 to the bottom right corner. He shot that a little bit fast, and there was a little bit of body movement on that one, a little bit of shoulder movement. And you can't tell from this angle if the 3 goes past the 11 ball. So it's still an open table, and Jeff will have an option here to choose either solids or stripes. You could easily start with that 12, but does he have the angle to be able to get that 9 ball open? That's the way you go. He's gonna go with low ball. And I still don't think the low ball are that difficult. If you can get to that 5, you can definitely get to that 2. If you can get to that 5 with an angle that runs into that 11 ball to have a 7 ball to follow, now you can easily finish this table. I think that's where my shot would be right now. If I was him thinking at the table and trying to figure out how to finish it, I think that's the way I would try to finish it. But that's the tightest window. I don't think he was trying to go that way. I feel like the way that he's gone here is the way that he wanted to go. I mean, from here, he can make this 6 ball. He's got an angle to come into that 3 and 2 and open him up. If he hits at the right speed, the right angle, he's going to have a shot on the 7 ball also. Yeah, that was a good shot. Simple, you know, to the point. See here, he's got a little bit of an angle here with the 3 to work with that will run into the 5. He's also got the shot to the side pocket if he wants to make that. And from there, shape up for the 7 ball and then go down for the 3 and the 5. Those are all options for him here. So he's opened things up a little bit more, and he's got a shot on the 7, a little bit of angle to work with, not a whole lot, but he can force the cue ball a little bit on the 7 if he needs to force the angle. That's what I'm talking about, forcing it. Some bottom right draw there, so he's trying to shape up for the 2 ball next. He's got a nice line on the 2 ball. Got a bit of a fall through angle, but if he was to stun or stun through on this one, he'll get perfect shape on the 5. Just kind of stunned through there on that one. He's got the 5. Got an angle to be able to fall through here off that side cushion and back to the middle for the 8. See here, the 8 ball is going to be easy for him. Kind of shooting over the ball, but it ain't too bad. He'll swing back, and rack number 6. Down by 2 now. Take a look at these guys once again. It's a different game now. Not sure who won the last one, but Jeremy just missed that 12 ball. And Larry Hunter has a chance to be able to get this rack under his belt. There's a young Joey Boyle in the background. He lost to Jeremy Hansen in the last round. Won his first match though, so good for him. Got into the top 8. Tough to get far in this format, you know. There's so many good players, so many high quality players that it's not easy to be able to come through and win in a match like this, race of 13. It is a single elimination, but it's a really long race. So, you know, at the end, these guys feel extremely exhausted after every rack played. It just kind of builds up and builds up and builds up over time. By the time we get to the final, well, here it won't be so bad because we cut off at 16, and the matches haven't really been too delayed. But sometimes these matches can go late, man. It's like 12, 12:30 at night. These guys just start playing the final, you know, and by then it's exhausting. It's just really exhausting, man. You have to be one of those people that's comfortable staying up late to kind of turn things on at 11, 1, 11, 12, or 1 in the morning. And not 11 or 12 in the morning. That was PM, but 1 in the morning. You know what I mean. I'm only on 4 hours sleep. Leave me alone. Yeah, a little bit of angle here on the 4 so you can go back up for the 8 ball. A perfect shot for the 8 ball. Makes the 8 ball. Good finish, Larry. Go back to our main TV table now. Jeff Clare at the table here. Down by 2, a chance to get back in the match right now. If he can solve the puzzle on this one. I've been asking the players what they thought about the rules with the take what you make and the two ball racking system. They actually like it. A lot of these guys said they like it. Nice shot, Jeff. Sorry, I got a little trigger happy there on that one. Tight spot. He could have just tried to cut that in with some throw, but banking is the way that he went and he hit it perfect. Has to get that 1 ball opened up. Once he gets that opened up, well, he's got the table basically. The 7 ball is going to have to be the finish ball, and only because of where the 8 ball is. Which means that he's going to try to get into this 1 ball. Maybe not this shot, but the next shot. Have the angle here to be able to crash into it maybe, or to come clean for the cut shot on it. Taking a look right now. He's looking at the cut shot option, the back cut. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I think the real question here is, does the 15 stand in the way of the 8, or does the 8 ball go? Because if it goes, then even if you end up fighting on this 1 and then you play a shot where you don't really have a shot on the 2 ball and you're stuck having to make that 7 ball, well, then you can still make shape from the 2 to the 8. Well, it looks like he's set up for the back cut on the 1. He's got an interesting tangent line here that kind of runs him towards the 12 ball. That might be a problem if you're trying to look at the 2 ball here. He did good there to miss the ball altogether, and now he's got a good lineup on the 2 ball, which is going to allow him to be able to stun over gently for the 7 ball. Now, the 2 and the 7 won't be a problem, but he's got to get kind of straight on this on the 7 ball. And he's not straight on the 7 ball. But now the question is, does it make it past the 15? Because if it does, he can just play around this 13 ball, make the 8 ball in the same pocket as the 7. He was trying to use that 13 ball as a cushion to be able to come off the 13 and set him up for the 8 ball. And instead, he's ended up hooked behind the 15 ball. And he's got to figure out what to do. Natural instinct is going to push him towards a jump shot. And I think that's what he's going to go grab right now is his jump cue. Natural instinct of the beast is to go for the jump here. And it's not a bad jump, and the angle is good for the cue ball also. So Good shot to take on. Nice effort, man. He's gonna miss it though. What a beauty effort that was. What's up, Brian Mod? Jaylene Adams, welcome to the stream. Gene Peacock, welcome back. John Balakowski, welcome to the stream. John Quincy, how you doing? What's up, Travis Bird? How you doing, man? Says hey. Kimberly Clare, welcome to the stream. Chester Asombrado. Bob Johnson, welcome. Chrissy Seeley, how you doing? Welcoming some people. I'm going through to see if there's any comments on the stream. Lori Norquay, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I think you were on earlier though, right? So welcome back. Jenny Baptiste, welcome. Daniel Wilson, what's up, man? How you doing? No comments so far. You guys are a quiet crowd, just enjoying the moment, are you? Am I ruining the moment? Because I do that sometimes. I kind of ruin the moment sometimes. Muggs Hool, how you doing? John Larson. Juan Carlos Chan, welcome to the stream. Gerald Gibosh, welcome to the stream. Chris Mason, welcome back. Larry Hinatsu, welcome. I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. We're only a second day into the weekend, but you know, Friday I guess was better than Monday. So far my weekend's all right. I've got no sleep though, man. 4 hours in so far this weekend. I gotta try to clock in 5 hours tonight so I can come back tomorrow with some sort of energy. I'm surprised I made it this far. When I left my house this morning, I was already planning my hour break in between matches so I can have a nap. Eight ball's good. Has a 3-game lead back. Jeff says he'll be right back. That means we're gonna go to our other table. Oops, not that one. Why did I keep going to that one for? This one. And well, I'll just leave the scoreboard here while these guys are on their quick break. Jeff went for a bathroom break. Johnny's going for a quick smoke break. That'll give us a chance to kind of check things out here on this table and see how these guys are doing. Actually, I'm going to take a little walk over there and find out what the score is. All right, so they're at 7-1 right now in that matchup for Jeremy. Jeremy's up 7 games and he's breaking right now in rack number 9 on this game. Jeff's making his way back. We're still gonna wait for Johnny though. Smash and break, but lost to cue ball, so still an open table. Oh, it's time for Larry to kind of shake things up and get ready to get going here. It's still early in the match, being down 7-1. There's plenty of game, but with the alternate breaks, like I said, every game that you win makes it harder and harder to come back. Johnny's still smoking, so we're just waiting for him to come back. Once he comes back, then we're gonna switch tables again. What's up, Felix? How you doing, man? Mark Ramirez, welcome to the stream. Wanda McKinney Cameron, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Emilio Valenciano Jr., welcome to the stream. I feel like he's been playing good in this match, but maybe, you know, it just hasn't had the luck go his way. And maybe that's why the score is the way it is. The thing I know about pool is that even if you're playing good, things aren't going your way. Sometimes it gets in the way mentally. Kind of clouds up your thinking a little bit. It adds a little bit of doubt to your shots. And then when you get into certain situations where you feel a little bit uncomfortable normally, you feel a little bit more uncomfortable because of that. Maybe that's what he's been kind of going through so far. I don't know. I do know he's got a nice chance here to be able to kind of settle into this game a little bit. Trailing by 6. This could make it. Trailing by 5. And I believe it'll be his break next also. And it's now 7-2, down by 5. That's gotta feel good for him, man. He needed to get going. We're still waiting for Johnny to come back. It's cold outside, so he's not gonna take that long, but he's taking a bit long. Mr. Chen in the building. Had a few people come in earlier watching some of the matches. We still got some people here sitting in the sidelines watching. Down to 2 matches. Championship match coming up next. Race to 15 on that one. It's going to be a gooder. Still waiting for Johnny to come back. There's a possibility that if Larry can win this match, even though he's down right now, there's Johnny's coming back now. Even though he's down right now, if he wins this match and if Johnny has an opportunity to win this match, it could be an Evan Flow versus Evan Flow championship match, which we've never had yet. Well, we're going to go back to our main table now. And here's Jeff Clare to break. Rack number 8. He's trailing by 3. Smash and break on that one. Makes one of each, and I believe it was only one of each. So that means he would have an open table. Check it out on the replay. I'm pretty sure it was one of each. Stripe and solid. And solid. There was 2. There was 2, so that means he made 2 stripes. Was that what it is? Yeah, he made 2 stripes. So these stripes. Yeah, so some players didn't like the take what you make rule. Other players really like it, right? And I feel like more or less players actually like it. What makes it interesting for them, I think it's because they're winning the matches and they're enjoying it. The ones that are losing because of it are not enjoying the rule, obviously, because you feel like, oh, I got screwed. You know, I made a beautiful break, but there was no shot on the solids, and I was solids because I take what you make, and I lost. So I'm sure if that's your experience, you probably don't like it. But for everyone else that's had a chance to be able to play and has won a match or just got a good feel for it, they actually enjoy the take what you make, and they enjoy the 2-rack system, 2-ball moving or 2-move racking system. That's what it's called. I don't even know what it's called, but that's what I call it, a 2-move racking system. I might see this a little bit more often. I don't know. I'd like to play in an event like this with this format myself. I played in it in Calgary in 2019 when I first seen the system implemented, and I think I liked it for the most part. Trying to think about quickly trying to think about all the times that I didn't like it. I don't think it really affected me too much, but there was a couple of racks where I was like, man, I wish I could have an open table, but it is part of the deal. Sign up, you know it. You know the understanding of what's about to happen. Whatever you make, you gotta take, bro. That's the way it goes. Does he have the shot to the side of the 9? That's what he's looking at. I don't know if he does. All of the puzzle is kind of right in that area right now, and he's got one crack at it. It's the 11 ball. He can draw off this cushion and try to draw hard into this 12. He opted to run into the 4 ball instead, and that's actually a pretty good shot. It worked out not bad. Got a shot on the 9 to the bottom right corner. He's got a nice angle to get back onto the 12 if he wants to go after it right away. He also has an angle to be able to come off this left side rail and come back across for this, I believe it's a 10 ball at 14 that's sitting by the 1. I can't tell from here either. It looks like it's 14. Well, I can tell you that Larry Hunter is at the table once again. Trying to make a battle out of this. If he can win the rack that he's on right now, he would have gone from 5 down to 4 down. Did good there to control shape for the 12 ball. He's got to try to get a nice clean window here to be able to get back up for this 14. It's a tight window also. He almost has to kind of get just past his side pocket, and he's going to be flirting heavy with his side pocket. It's a touch shot. It's a perfect touch shot, and you got to be careful. That's going to work. That's going to work. It's going to be tough for him to get onto this 8 ball still, but he's got an opportunity anyway. I wonder if you could try to spin your way in here, but I don't think you'd be able to get into that 8 ball. I think if you try to spin, you're going to just miss the 8 ball. End up more difficult on it. Can you go? No, can't. I was wondering if you can go off this bottom rail, off the right cushion, past the 3, back to the top rail, and back around for the 8 ball to make the 8 ball on the bottom right, but I don't think that's an option. Or is it? It might be. The thing about this is the angle is kind of sharp, so that's the main reason why I don't think he can, but it is maybe possible if you kind of punch stroke it, but we'll see. He might just try to spin his way into this 8 ball. Well, he tried to change the angle, came up short with it, but that was a good idea. I mean, a little bit more pace, and he might have been frozen onto that 2 ball, and it would have been a good idea. Seemed like he had the right angle. It looked like it was going the way that it needed to go, just not enough pace. I feel like he still has a good shot on this 8 ball, but we'll see. Maybe the cannon off the 1, or just a huge back cut to the corner. Yeah, huge back cut to the corner. It is. Good shot, Jeff. Nice shot. Drop all the balls because it's random racking. He's going to catch up a game here. Down by 2 now. And Pache says, come on, Larry. Josh Hill, how you doing, man? Says, hey, Rod, what's up? Tuning in. Right on. Thanks for joining us. Bruce Jensen, how you doing? Carlos Malcolm, welcome to the stream. Jason Fiola, how you doing? Brenda Baptiste, welcome to the stream. Brenda Francis Baptiste, welcome to the stream. Rolly Cardoso, what's up, man? Welcome back. All right, rack number 8 is in. We're going to move into rack number 9. Johnny Baptiste to break. Leading. No, he's not. Yeah, he is leading by 2. I was going to say leading by 3, but no, he's leading by 2. And he's going to smash the break on this one. And oh, man, it almost went in, but it hung up in the pocket. It will be a dry break, an open table for Jeff. And if he goes solids, the only real problem ball he's got here is the one that's next to the 13, but it's an open table. So Jeff can combo the 13 into that 2 ball and claim the solids that way, which will basically solve the whole puzzle for him. This should be a quick rack for him. As long as he doesn't get out of position here, should be a quick rack. He's going to break them out instead. I didn't think he needed to break them out, but he felt like he had to, and he did, and still has control of the table, so can't argue the choice here. The result is good. Everything else doesn't matter. Got position on the 4. Come up to the middle of the table now. He can set up for the 6 ball or set up for the 7. It's going to be up to him. Going to set up for the 6 ball. I like that choice. Not necessarily a problem ball, but it's in a questionable spot. And if you have a shot at it where you can take it out of the system, out of the way, and then line up for a next shot, then it's the perfect time to do it. And right now, this is perfect. 6 is perfect for the setup. Got a nice stun angle here. Funny, because from here it looks so much more distant than when you look from here. From here, it just looks like it's quick, easy, makeable shot. I like that he chose to go through there because he could have slow rolled that for the 1 ball, but going through gave him a chance to be able to get onto that 3 ball also. And that would have been better than getting onto 1 ball is not necessarily a problem ball, but a 3 ball, wow, you need to get to it. He's going to come up short on the shot, though. Stay in the pocket. And Johnny will get a chance to get up 3 games now. This table is, well, still a bit of a challenge, but definitely a table that he can finish. Looks like he's decided on what he's going to do here on this table. It is a little tricky, I suppose, but not quite, but it could be, you know? I mean, I don't know. When I'm looking at this table, I'm thinking about those 4 stripes at the top, and I'm thinking I gotta get into that area. I gotta get on one of these straight so I can start pegging the other ones off and kind of work from there. Yeah, no choice but to take this one. I guess he can go side pocket also if he wants to, and then just come back down and back up for the one. Or the one to nine. Jesus, what am I talking about? I'm tired. I don't realize how tired I am until I mumble or say something weird. I have my moments. I'm having a moment. Perfect position here. Taking a look at all his options here, trying to figure out whether or not he's going to follow through on this and set up for the 14, or if he's going to try to set up for the 11 ball instead. On the cue ball around pretty good. He's got a little bit of a cheating angle here, so you can actually stun this or draw this back for this 11 to the side. Yeah, the corner shot might be better though. It's a little straighter, so you can just draw back here, and he can still get onto this 14, which he has, and that's going to allow him to be able to make it easier for him to get onto the 8 ball. He'll steal that game from Jeff Clare. Got a 3-game lead now. If you're in Winnipeg and Manitoba and you're looking for some action, you want to play in a good competitive event or tournament, check out the Tournament of Champions 2022-2023 season. It's starting up at Blue Room Billiards, 866 Notre Dame Avenue. First date, it starts every second Saturday, and the first Saturday is going to be October 22nd, 1:30 p.m. start. Make sure you guys come down if you want to get into the event or into the championship for the end of the season. Champions wanted. Come on down. We'll be waiting. Rack number 10. He's trailing by 3. Needs to get going. Smash and break, and it looks like he made a stripe, and well, got an option here to get going, get started. It's got a little bit of troubles at the table still. Went out pretty good on this one though. Lori McKinnon, welcome to the stream. Arlene Mand, welcome back. Julio Rivera, how you doing? Welcome. Bienvenido. Mark Rain, Renan Salcedo. Junior Boone, welcome to the stream. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, welcome to the stream. I'm not following the chats on YouTube right now. If you guys are chatting on there, I apologize. I tried to set it up here, but I couldn't get it going. I had to bring my second laptop to get it going. I can see the stream. I can watch the stream with you guys, but I can't see the comments on it. And that's why I got to get my other computer so I can set up properly so I can see the comments. If you're not watching on the YouTube channel and you're watching here on the Facebook page, you can go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel anyway. And that way you'll get notified anytime that I go live, whether it's for an event like this, training sessions, which I do from time to time, or other pool related stuff. Yeah, call it stuff. I'm not sure what you would call your pool stuff, but you call it stuff. An open table, so you ask if you can combo the 8-ball into, or the, so he asks you if you can combo a stripe into a solid or a solid into a stripe, which he is allowed to do with an open table. I feel like I started off pretty good today. I was handling myself fairly well throughout the day, but now I'm starting to get a little exhausted, man. It's only 7:44 p.m. here in Winnipeg, so I didn't too late, just before 8 o'clock. But after 4 hours sleep, to me, it's starting to feel like 12:30 right now. Don't worry though. I stay up till 3 or 4 almost automatically, so we'll be okay. I got a couple of hours left. And then I'm gonna be mumbling all over the place. Probably making bad calls too. I feel like one of those refs that you don't like when they make a bad call against you. A little bump on the 8 ain't gonna hurt. He's gonna be fine. And he's good straight on this 12 now, so he might as well just go up there and deal with that 10 ball and get it out of the way. Yeah, practicing for that little one on the way, yeah. No sleep, man. I've been training. Edison LaBelle, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Stephen Roberts, what's up, man? Says, what rules tonight, Rod? BCA, Valley, yeah, they're VNA rules with a little bit of a specific change. And two changes, really. One of them is take what you make. So if you make a solid off the break, your solids. If you make a stripe off the break, your stripes. One of each is an open table. If you make a ball off the break and you scratch, your opponent has an open table still. And the other thing is a 2-move racking system. And we can't really show you right now, but we'll show you after this game. We'll show you in the next rack what that is and how it works. And the main reason why it's implemented is because I like the fact that it gives you random racks. There's no pattern racking to it. And it makes the players have to work a little bit harder for the tables, or it makes them have to come up with better breaks, more effective breaks. Not necessarily better, but more effective breaks. And he's going to make that 8-ball 6-4. He's down by 2. And he knows, man, like if you're down by 2, no big deal. Down by 3, you got to start worrying about it a little bit. So down by 2 early in the game, no big deal, man. You might as well make it down by 1 right now in his mind. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys. Shoot, forgot. I'll have to do it next rack. You know what I'll do though right now is I'll show you guys here the rules real quick. So tournament rules are race to 13. The finals or the next round will be race to 15. Single elimination, alternate breaks, straight races. So there's no handicaps whatsoever in this one. 2-move racking system. Take what you make. Cue ball fouls only. Championship match must be played, and it's a winner take all format. Looks like a dry break, and Jeff Clare will get a chance here on this rack. He now has a chance to get within one. Wacy English, how you doing? Says, how did Alberta treat you, Rod? It treated me pretty good. Is the link not on there, Donna Blackbird? Let me check. I thought I had it. I thought I copied the link, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I put the wrong link on there. Hang on. Give me a second here. I'm gonna get it all straightened out for you. Should be the same, like, 'cause I'm pretty sure I updated it, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, no, it's the same one then. Guess that's good. I'm gonna share it here on the stream for you guys. I shared it on every one of them except for this one. I'll do it on this one. Okay, so there it is for you guys. It's been posted. I'll pin it. Also, there's the link for Q Sport or my YouTube channel. Stephen Roberts says, I only wondered because of the combo after the break. I couldn't tell, but I thought he used the 8-ball for the combo, but it must have been 4. It was the 4. And technically, we discussed about the rule, whether or not you can combo with the 8-ball on an open table, and we all agreed that it was okay. So I'm not sure if that kind of plays into the rules generally, but that's the way we play it into it today. Come off perfect for this 8-ball, and he has. And just like that, he's within 1. 5-6, 6-5, whichever way you want to look at it. And update the score. We're going to go over here and take a look at Jeremy, who's at the table playing against Larry. He had a 7-1 score at one point. They've been playing ever since. And I'm not sure what the score is right now. I would like to know. I don't want to interrupt him, but I will go for a little walk and ask him shortly. They were 8 games in, and then I believe it was 8-3 or something like that. He was down by 5, and then I believe we got down to 4-game difference. So that would have been 12 games in. By now, they're probably about 15, 16 games in. See if Jeremy wins this game here. He's not happy about running into that one, and he'll have to make an adjustment. He's got to take some time to figure it out, so we're going to switch over here to our other table. We have Clare at this table right now. He was trailing by 3. It's now 1-game difference. Not too much thinking on that one. Just has to get up table here for the 4-ball. It's a bit challenging, I suppose, but shouldn't really be a problem. The only reason why it's a bit challenging is because all the stripes are in the way. They're kind of strategically placed across the table. They didn't get quite the bounce that he was looking for. Or I guess he's okay. He's got a decent bounce here. He can still make this 4-ball come off the rail and set up for the 2-ball. He would have just liked a little bit more of an angle here so he can make it a little bit more natural, but he can still make it happen from this angle. He just has to go towards that 9-ball. And it won't be perfect. Might have to actually force this with a little bit of spin. I can't tell how straight he is on it, but I can see from my point of view, from my eyes visually, that he's got a little bit of angle to work with. Yeah, like that. That was just enough. So that wasn't going to be a problem to get onto that 2-ball. Had to 4-stroke it a little bit, and it wasn't going to be enough where I was going to kind of throw the shot off, so he was able to do it. Now he just has to get this cue ball to come up table and just settle for the 8-ball in the top right corner for the finish. Just like that. Eight is good. He's tied up the game at 6. Six all, and Johnny Baptiste will be breaking and rack number 13. Rack number 13. We're tied at 6. Smash and break from Johnny. I don't think he made a ball. And it feels like it's a momentum swing right now. Been here before, though. We've all experienced this before. Momentary only, man. Once you get onto the right side of karma, everything kind of balances out. But I know how it feels. It feels like, you're in a rut and things ain't working out and like your opponent's getting all the rolls. And sometimes when you think like that, you get yourself caught up too much in that emotion of what you're feeling through that. And what happens is you almost kind of make it worse. It's like putting that negative energy into the universe, and suddenly things just get worse and worse at the table. You got to be careful here, just, kind of stay focused and mentally focused at the table where you're not really falling to the mental tricks that we normally fall to when we're in these kind of situations and things aren't going right. Easier said than done, though, because, you are feeling emotions as the games go through, as you feel your opponent kind of stepping up his game and getting more comfortable in the match. And by the way, so the YouTube link is there for you guys. And if you go to YouTube, just to take a peek even, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Apparently I need 1,000 subscribers, man. I was only like at 24, so I'm not sure what I'm at now, but Every bit of subscription helps. And don't worry, I'm not going to be spamming and I won't be streaming every day. So you're not going to get notifications every day on YouTube from me. But you will get notified whenever I do stream on YouTube, and whether that's for pool tournaments or training sessions or challenge matches. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Calls a combo on the one and you'll make it. A little bit of a roll there. Doesn't really have any other option but to go for the bank here. And he's got the 9 ball kind of leaning by the pocket, which guarantees him almost to make that 2 ball. That was a nice shot though. It was pretty. It was like a sniper. He sniped his way into the bank. And I feel like he's looking good on this one. Does that 3 go past the 12, which I think from this angle it looks like it does. Oh yeah, it goes past all day long. So all he's got to do here now is just try to get onto that 5 and 7, and from there, as long as he gets a positional shot on the 3 ball, he should be good to finish this rack. Make it sound simple. There's always something that could happen. Something like that, for instance. This is one of those situations that might require for you to walk around and take a look. Just good to figure it out. I'm surprised he decided to crash into them. I thought he was just going to try to play shape for one of them. He's in tough though. I can tell, like from here, you can see the 3 ball. I can see from my view that he can see the 3 ball. So he's not in super tough. But how he's finishing this table has changed now. Oh man, that was supposed to be a good thing. But instead he got a bad bounce and froze up to the 5. Now this is a makeable kick shot, but there is no follow-up with the 7 ball. So I'm not sure if you want to take it. There is an option though. Oh, maybe not. It looked like he had an option, but it looks like he's frozen to that 5, so maybe not. I was thinking maybe he could have taken that 5 off the 7 to open it up. I don't think it's available. He does have a shot on the 4 ball though. And if he can get the cue ball to kind of lean towards that 9 ball without having to shoot over the 9, he might be able to get the 5 with the break on the 7. He missed the shot. And Johnny's going to have a chance to get back in the game here. He's been quiet for 3 racks in a row now, and this will be the first time he gets to shoot since then. And, well, we'll see how he's feeling at this table. And I'm lying, he did shoot a couple of times throughout those 3 racks. I'm being dramatic. I do that when I'm tired. I'm sorry. Better than crying, though. Some people will just cry every time they're tired, man. They just can't handle it. And looks like he hasn't shaken it off yet. This is the costly one here. And the reason why I feel it's a little bit more costly is just because you were up 3 games and now your opponent's tied you up, and then you have a chance to get ahead, and then things don't go right. Now your opponent comes up and he wins another game, so that makes it 4. But this time you had a real chance to be able to stop that. So it kind of bothers you a little bit more, sort of. If you're experienced, you kind of get used to it. You understand that the battles are just battles, and that every rack that you play is just another rack and along the match, right? And you don't get too concerned with the score, really. But sometimes, if you're going to get mentally affected in a match, it is because of little situations like this. And I always say that he who can shake off the pressure mentally, who can balance himself at the table through all the tough mental situations that you go through, whoever can do it best is the one that usually comes through the match. And trust me, both sides will always feel the pressure, and both sides will always have their moment. But we always feel like it's just us. It's weird. Pool's weird, man, because it makes you feel like it's always you. It's not just you. Your opponent's thinking the same stuff that you're thinking. He's going through the same things that you're going through, or she's going through the same things that you're going through. Sometimes it's even worse. That's why in pool it's important just to kind of zero in specifically in the moment. So each shot, for example, going in on the shot and go through the motions of just making every shot. And if you make every shot like you're supposed to make every shot, well, the results can always be the same. You're going to be the guy that wins, right? Or you're going to be that girl that wins. Difficult bank, and he just overcut it on the bank. Little bounce here for Johnny. He could have ended up being tough on the table, but he's got a nice little starting point now. Loses the cue ball a little bit, but he could take it with a draw towards the middle, which is what he's done. 15 ball will be next. After that, you kind of want to get into that 14 next. He's going to get around it instead and just try to deal with a 9. I thought he would try to attack that 14 ball right there, and then he's not going after the 9. He's changed his mind. He just went to go take a look to see what was available to him. I like this, though. This is a good option here. Just like that, he got himself in prime position for the finish. It was one little move. One little move to get perfect for the finish. And he'll bounce out the reel and ensure that he's lined up for the 10 ball. Good pace to try to get shape for the side. And he's going to get it. Jeff says that's good. And Johnny will take the lead back. He's going to feel good about that one, that's for sure. 7-6. All right, they're on a quick breather right now, so we're going to go back to our other table here. Larry Hunter versus Jeremy Hansen. And we have Larry at the table. I'm not sure what the score is between them. It's got to be a close match now, though, because Jeremy had a big lead on Larry, but then Larry started kind of climbing back. So I know they've been getting somewhat closer, and you know, you never know. Maybe he's even ahead right now. I kind of want to find out. I think I remember which side the scoreboard was on for him, so I'm going to go take a look. All right, so it's 8-6 or 8-7. I think it's 8-7. And Jeremy is in the lead. So Larry Hunter was down 7-1 at one point, 8-7. He's down by one still, but he's made a big battle out of this one. And he made a ball off the break here. Cue ball comes off the bottom rail and is going to give him an opening shot. That's what I always say, you know, like momentums and pool are kind of funny like that. You know, you feel like your opponent is just, you know, everything is going for them, everything is working out for them. You know, they miss a shot and they end up perfectly on a ball where they hooked in left to nothing, or you know, they bank a shot and miss it so bad, but it went off another ball and it still went in the pocket. You know, like, and you're thinking, oh man, this guy's got all the rolls going for him. You know, I can't beat luck. Blah 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 blah. Well, the way pool always works, especially when the pool gods are around, is that you'll have your fun, you'll have your moment, your spotlight where the luck is working out, and then suddenly everything's going to be the other way around, and your opponent's going to have that same spotlight, that same luck, and everything's going to be working out for him. And then by then, when usually they both kind of balance out, we get close to the hill matchups, and then it gets nasty because then it becomes a grinding rack. That's usually the way pool kind of works. If there was a formula for pool, that's the formula, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't always work like that, but from watching the many matches that I watched through me streaming and commentating the matches, I feel like that's the way pool works. Looks like he missed that shot. And Jeremy will come back to the table. He's pouncing on the table right away. He's ready to go. Barry Bremner walking by there on that one. Still got lots of players here. Lots of people looking for some action. If you're looking for some action, lots of people here looking to play. Johnny's coming back now. And we're going to go back to our main TV table. And we are going to resume here in rack number 13. Or sorry, rack number 14. Rack 13 is done now. Rack number 14. Jeff Clare to break, trailing by one. He was down by three. He came back 3 games in a row. But Johnny has stopped the bleeding, and he's gotten the lead again. This break was pretty good, though. Nice little pop, good control. Lost the cue ball a little bit, but overall the execution was really solid. Made a ball, has a starting point. Can't really go wrong with having a ball down and having somewhere to start with. So I feel like that was a success. It is take what you make, and that is one of the rules. So he has to take low ball because he made the one ball. And his kind of problem area would be more or less that 5, that 7, and the 8. I guess 8's kind of lined up with that 11 ball to go to the pocket. You can see on them here, it looks like it's lined up for the bottom left corner. When you go to the side, it looks like it's fairly wired, but maybe not. Just trying to get this 5 ball in, though. That's where the focus is at right now. Stephen Roberts, is Baptiste a Spanish name or Canadian indigenous name? That's a good question, man. I don't know if I have an answer for that one. Instinctively, Baptiste. Well, it has to. I would have to say it's a Canadian indigenous name because Spanish name Baptiste, it would have been Bautista. I don't know. Maybe it's like French origin. I'm gonna take a look. You got me thinking, man. You got me thinking, Stephen Roberts. I like a challenge. All right. So yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. So the name, meaning and origin of Baptiste. The name is from Latin Baptista or Bautista. Um, Greek Baptiste, a derivative of the verb baptizane, to dip in liquid, to baptize. A Baptiste from the Ile-de-France is documented in Quebec City in 1668 with a secondary surname as Saint Amour. So yeah, so French, Spanish, it originates from Spain, but the e at the end derives from France, from the French. There we go, man. We learned something today. We didn't just learn about pool; we learned a little bit about history. Take that to school on Monday. This is the breakout point. Maybe he's gonna try to avoid. I don't know. Like the cut is really intense, so you can't really do a whole lot to avoid anything here. But he's gonna maybe try. That's gonna be a ball in hand. Nothing hit a rail. He was just trying to get something to follow up with, and it was going to be a bit of a challenge in the first place. I feel like maybe it was a bit of a brain fart on that one because he kind of let go on it gently and I feel like it needed a little bit more power if he was trying to draw off that ball to come around 2 cushions for the 7. So Johnny will get a chance on this table, and with a ball in hand, he's looking all right. Could have got a better bump on that one, but he's still all right. He can still work with it. Take a little walk around to see what he's got. Kind of solve the puzzle. It's always good to take a little walk every now and then. Maybe 2-3 shots into the rack, you know, or specifically after a key shot or before a key shot. He's taking another walk around. Jeremy Hansen on the table on the other table, so it's either 9-7 or 8-8 on that match. Time-wise, these matches are evened up. It's an unfortunate miss there from Johnny. A great opportunity here for Jeff to get evened up in this match. I believe he can easily get back from the 7 for the 3. He could even maybe take the 4 ball from here. I don't know if he's got the 4 ball, but if he's got that, that would be the better choice. Took the 7. Got the 3 next. The 4 ball sitting just below the 3. The 8 ball sitting by the bottom left corner. Easy peasy. Ball in hand. Either one of these guys can finish the table. Ties up the match at 7. 14 racks in, and we have no difference here. Even up, even up. And on the other table, I still don't know. It might be 9-7. It might be 8-8. Jeremy just missed the shot, though. I know that much. Larry Hunter's coming to the table now. When I was young, I sat beside me. I listen. To what I say. Rack number 15. We're all squared up. Johnny Baptiste just broke, and he made a solid into the side pocket, and he'll have a chance on this rack. Smash and break. They will pass. Let's see. Got another comment here. Pete Ladd, how you doing? Tried to engage one of our competitors today. How you doing, man? Steve Godomsky, welcome to the stream. Yep. LOL, says Stephen Roberts. I read a lot, Rod. Yeah, you caught on to that one quickly. I mean, I don't know. Because I'm Spanish, automatically I figured it had something to do with, Baptist. But the E, that's the part that I couldn't really figure out. And then when we kind of started looking into it, it just, it made sense that it would be French. French percent. Ellen Lelashoot, how you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're having a good day, a good weekend. Mark Johnston, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. By the way, if you guys are just tuning in and the whole work, you haven't really liked or shared the stream yet, here's your chance to do it. You can do it right now. Like and share the stream. We got some great matches going down. It's a winner-take-all format. Down to the semifinal. Next, coming up after this match, will be the championship match. The final match of the day. Race to 15 for the finals. Race to 13 in this round, though. The semifinal round. Checks off the rail here, off the 1 for the 3. At least that's the angle he set himself up for, to be able to check off the rail from the 1 to the 3. Oh, he's going to follow it through. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, he's all right. That could have been dangerous, man, but that worked out good. A simple drawback here for the 8 ball, and he's looking sweet on it. He'll take that lead back. I have to go and check what the score is between Larry and Jeremy. I'll be right back. By the way, if you are on YouTube and you're watching, please subscribe to the channel. You don't have to, but I'd appreciate it if you do. If you're watching on Facebook and you're thinking, well, you know, maybe I'll watch it on YouTube, or maybe you're thinking I never watch YouTube, whatever the case, like and subscribe to my channel anyway. You can always support a creator, content creator, and apparently these guys said that I need like 1,000 subscriptions, and I don't know. To me, it feels like I have a better chance of becoming a professional pool player than doing that, but I don't know, man. Maybe you guys can prove me wrong. I'll be right back. All right, I don't think I missed anything. Sometimes you blink and the rack is done. Hopefully I didn't miss a rack on this one. But what I can tell you right now is that the match between Larry and Jeremy is tied at 8. And Jeremy's at the table right now. He's looking for an opportunity here to be able to get ahead Johnny was trying to get onto that 6 ball and didn't quite get what he was looking for. And he'll be faced with a challenging shot here himself. Looking for maybe a bank side option here. A bit uncomfortable, so he's gonna have to reassess here and take a look at that option again. Make sure he's accurate. He just doesn't have enough for the cut. I mean, you can almost see the cut, but the speed that he would have to put behind the cue ball for him to be able to make that 6 to that corner is just a lot. Too much. Especially when you're in so tight to the corner and you got a stripe or another ball in the way. Gonna go for the 1 ball, and he just missed the 1 ball. Yeah, position for the 3. I don't know if he would have been able to do anything here for the 6 ball, though. Not without having to cut that 3 to the side. So Jeff Clare will get a chance to tie the match here on this one. He's got a major issue here with an 11 ball, but other than that, this table isn't too bad. I believe the 13 goes past the 1 ball. Take a look at it right away here. He's probably going to take a little walk to assess what he's got available for him. Yeah, no, I don't think that 13 goes. He's going to take that 13 ball right now to the bottom right corner. I'm not sure about any of this, man. This table is definitely a challenging table here. I feel like the 13 ball is the only option, but do you try to draw off the rail to get shape on the 11 ball next, or do you go off the rail into the 1 ball to open up the pocket for the 11 ball? You try to hold shape for the 11 ball off the rail. That's the way that he feels it's best. And he's got good result here. A little bit of angle off this 11 ball just to kind of get back into a straight line with the 15, but he doesn't necessarily have to shape up for the 15 ball yet. And I believe that maybe that 10 goes past that 6, which it does. So he's actually got all the options here to go forward or whatever he wants to do. I can tell you that from my point of view, it looks like he can shape up for the 9 ball in the top left corner after this 11 ball. He can also draw back for the 15 ball if that's the way he wants to go. And once he makes that 15, he can shape up for the 9 and then finish off with the 10 ball. All those are options for him there. And here with this kind of lineup, you might just go across for the 10 ball. Maybe just finish off on the 9. No, well, I don't know if he gave him far enough for that 10. He's got the option on the 9 ball, though. And if he takes the 9, he can go off the 3 rails to try to make the 8 ball in the same pocket after making the 10. Just got to watch out for the speed here, not to get awkward on the 8 ball. And Jeff will tie things up on this one. 8 all. All right, so let's talk about that random rack. So here you're going to see an example of the random rack with the 2-move system. So he throws all the balls down. Whatever comes up, comes up. He's got to put them down. 2 moves. 1 to move the 8 ball in the middle, which right now it's in the middle. 1 to move the back end balls to make sure that there's a stripe and a solid at the end. You only allow 2 moves. So in this case, the 8 ball was already in the middle. He didn't have to make that first move. He only had to make 1 move at the end to make sure there was a stripe and a solid at the ends. And that's the 2-move racking system right there. Basically explained with visual presentation. It makes the game a lot more interesting, I'll tell you. Definitely more challenging. What's up, McNish? How you doing, man? Linda says, another great stream, enjoying some fantastic pool. Yeah, it's been some great pool all day long. You expected to have some great battles for the King of the Hill every time that I have a King of the Hill. And we usually get a lot of great matches on the TV table and off the TV table as well. Today it's been filled with great action all around. Every match had something to offer, some excitement to offer. And yeah, I'm blessed to be able to have a chance to sit here and enjoy the opportunity to cover the matches when these guys are playing the way they're playing. Dennis Schufelt, aka Shu, yeah. How you doing, Dan? Bryce Johnson, I'm way too late to the stream, he says. Yeah, I guess you are, but I mean, we had the first round on stream 1, then we had the quarterfinal on stream 2. Now we're in the semifinal. This is stream 3, and then the championship match will be on its own stream, which will be stream 4. So you'll have a chance to be able to go back and watch the matches. You won't really miss too much. Well, I mean, you will, because there was some great matches. The highlight of the day was on, I believe it was the second stream. The highlight of the day came out. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the second stream where it came out. I'll show you guys the highlight of the day maybe after this rack. Julian Russell, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. What's up, bro? Mr. Blake Holmes. How was your Thanksgiving, man? Bob Rickster, welcome to the stream. Ron McGee says the table does not look straight on my TV screen. It's probably not. Well, wait, what do you mean, man? Define straight, like it's not leveled or not centered to the screen. Is it off? I mean, this one looks a little bit slanted too. Now you got me all self-conscious, man. Yeah, it's not. Like, I mean, it's kind of tilted. And the reason why is because it's slightly off angle. I was just lazy today, man. I didn't want to go through the extra effort to make it all lined up. But yeah, you're right. I could fix it. Maybe I'll fix it for the championship match. I'm usually OCD, right? So like obsessive compulsive disorder, and I look at things and it's like if it's not 100%, I got to make it 100% however I can. Just one of those things. But this time I was trying to kind of like overcome my OCD, right? So normally, like if the camera is off angle, I notice it right away and it bothers me. The whole stream will bother me. But lately, I've been telling myself, you know, you're not gonna get bothered by this. You're gonna be stronger. You're gonna just allow things to be wrong. It's okay. The world doesn't have to be perfect, Rod. Just the pool table, just the game. Everything else, not. So I'm trying to kind of reset my mentality here. But yeah, it looks crooked, man. It's bad. It's noticeable. All right, you got me. You got my attention, man. It will be fixed. Jalon Gadomski, how you doing? Peter Wood, welcome. Kevin Hoger, what's up, man? Curtis Krekelwick, is that how you say Krekelwick? Ryan Spence wants to know who's in the other semi-final. It's Larry Hunter and Jeremy Hansen. They were tied at 8. It might be 9-9 now, or it might be 9-8. Jason Hubert, how you doing? Mel Marsh, welcome to the stream. Bradley Burns wants to know, when does Ryan Spence play? Suitcase, are you gonna take that? Jeff Clare takes the lead. And he's breaking necks in rack number 18. I think I have to adjust my settings. Stephen Roberts says, Rod, I see VNEA just a little tougher than BCA. Because of scratch on the break, the queue is in the kitchen, and BCA anywhere. Yeah, you know, it does make it a little bit. Thank you. How you doing, Grace? That's good. Yeah, that would be good. I could use my fingers, I suppose. Get some grub on my way here. Yeah, it is slightly different with that ball in hand. Anywhere it changes things quite a bit. Jason says, hey guys, thanks for the live. You're very welcome, man. Arlene Mand, there's no perfect, Rod. I love it when you try to talk yourself out of your OCD. It's really bad. It honestly, it really is. But I've been working hard on it, you know. And I think, like, I never used to be like that all my life. I was never like crazy about, you know, perfection and all that kind of stuff. Thank you. But I think it started when I became a chef, you know. And when you're in the kitchen, the first thing they teach you is mise en place, which is like everything in place. And so the way you usually work in the kitchen, I don't know about you guys, but the way I usually work in the kitchen, or I used to work in a commercial kitchen anyway. Usually, as soon as you're done doing your whatever you're cooking, you clean up after yourself and reset your place, right? Mise en place. So over the years of doing this chef work, you know, it kind of became a thing where like everything was mise en place, everything had to be in place, and I think that's where I kind of developed it. I think I used to be normal prior to that. I laugh because I don't know if I was ever normal, but I don't know. I think I was. Oh, he lost the cue ball a little bit on that one. He's not happy with himself. Just a little bounce off the rim. And he's got a bit of a harder shot. He might actually have to draw into this 9-ball now just to try to get a follow-up shot here. This will be a little bit challenging, especially because you're using a reach. As it just happened, says Bryce. Got to punch draw this just to get into that 9-ball. He's going to miss the shot because of it. And he's feeling a little frustrated here on this one, which is understandable. You're in a short end of the race now. Race to 13. Clare needing 4 games, Johnny needing 5. Every game kind of matters. Every shot matters a little bit more now as we get deeper into the match. Steven Roberts says Johnny has a fight on his hands. LOL. Oh, you have no idea, man. Every player left in this tournament now, they can all fight with each other all day long. They can all handle the situations at the tables. Ryan Gould, how you doing? John Dillon, welcome back. Galadia, Waisapapi, Ankill, I say welcome to the stream. Jet Wang, how you doing? He one stroked his fifth ball. Yeah, I kind of maybe rushed it a little bit. It's tough not to get into the moment and fall into those kind of situations where you lose control just because you kind of got a little anxious. You know, it happens. It's one of the things that we learn to control as we become better competitors at the table. But even when we become better competitors at the tables and we've worked on the mental strengthening for those situations, we still sometimes falter to it. It's just the way it goes, man. Pool is one of those games where you need to have skill, you need to have stamina, you need a lot of luck. But most importantly, you need to find a way to be mentally sane while you're at the table throughout all the situations that happen. And that can be tough because there's some of us out there that don't need a lot to lose the edge. And pool will definitely make you lose the edge. And no, I'm not speaking from experience. I've never snapped a cue, but I know a lot of people that have. It ain't pretty to see, man. It actually hurts my heart every time I see that happen. I think to myself, how can you be such a bastard and break your cue? No, the reason why is because I love pool, right? So for me, if you're destroying anything pool, whether it's the cue or the balls or the cloth or whatever it is, man, to me, like, I'll take that personally. You deserve to be called a bastard for breaking your cue. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't take it personal. Things to come clean here. Oh, and he almost missed that shot. I thought he was going to go for the 4 and try to go around that 5, but played for the 5 instead. He'll take a little walk once again to see how he can hold shape here for the 6. I feel like if you just kind of take that 4 and bump into that 10, you're good enough. But maybe you want to try something extra. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary, but I mean, you could. You can spin your way in. You could draw your way back. There's a couple different options. Earl Strickland broke a few. Yeah, man. Well, he had sponsors, though, right? So he could afford it. It's not that big of a deal unless you're breaking like anything from a $500 cue and up. And then you got to give your head a shake. But if you're playing with a cue that's worth like $200 or less, yeah, go ahead, snap it. Just don't do it when you buy your dream cue. When you buy the one. And if you're one of those hot-headed people, one of those hot-tempered people that just can't let go of the frustrations at the table, don't buy an expensive cue. Don't do it, man. Save a tree. Wins that game, takes a 2-game lead, perhaps at a crucial time. 10-8 is the score. 18 games in. We're going to move into rack number 19 next. Johnny Baptiste will be breaking. Let's take a peek at our boy here on the left. Oops, wow, wrong side. Right there. Larry Hunter at the table on this one. He's got a puzzle. They were in a battle. They were tied at 8. Go back here. Check out Johnny's break quickly. Looks like Larry's still trying to figure things out over there, so we're just going to leave that table alone. That was a nice break from Johnny. They were all fighting to go in. Makes the 2 solids, though. and he will be low ball. No real trouble situations. Everything about cue ball control. Opening shot's going to allow him to do whatever he wants here. And I feel like he's just going to draw back off that 4 for that 7 ball next. Oh, he's going to take the 7 ball first. Okay. Maybe he's not too straight on that 4 ball. Checks off the rail here for the 3. He's got angle to be able to come off naturally for the 4 ball next. He can either get around this 9 or go in between the 9 and the 12. Gonna go around the 9. He's got a nice shot here on the 4. He needs to draw back a little bit on the 5. And he wants to draw back about a foot. Just a little touch shot here. And then we got the 2 ball with a nice little draw for the finish. Might go off the rail here just because. And he does. The 8 is good, and we're back to a 1-game deficit. Jeff Clare in the lead by 1. Rack number 19 in the books. Rack number 20 coming up next. And Jeremy and Larry are still playing. It's Jeremy's break. I'm going to go find out what the score is. I'll be right back. So Larry Hunter's in the lead, 11-9. He's got a 2-game lead. Jeremy was breaking on that last rack, and I believe he came out dry, so Larry's got a chance to get on the hill on that table. On this table, it sounded like a dry break. It looks like a dry break, so I believe it's going to be Johnny coming up to the table on this one. I don't know. Do we go over to check out Larry to see if he can get on the hill on this one? What do you guys say? Yeah, not so much of a BAST abbreviated Rod, but it's poor sportsmanship. Yeah, I know it is. You know, like, it's okay. I feel like it's okay when you're first coming up and you don't understand how to deal with emotions. That's fine. You know, you want to snap a few cues on the way up. That's all right, man. But when you get up to the top or you're getting on your way up to the top, you shouldn't be snapping cues anymore. And I see some people that are, like, not necessarily at the highest level, but close to, and they snap cues still. I don't get it, man. Didn't you learn anything over the years? Rosie McCarty Fisher, how you doing? Jake Stone, welcome to the stream. Bryce Johnson says, I shiver every time I hear one fall to the floor at a tournament. I know, man. I get that too. I think that's just natural for every pool player, unless you never dropped a cue where that tip fell off. You know, and I think that's what really traumatized us, is that most of us that have that feeling when you hear that cue drop is because we at some point dropped our cue or know somebody who dropped a cue where the tip fell off. So as soon as you hear that cue hit the ground, you're like, oh my God, there goes a tip. And you feel it, right? I get that. I still do all the time, man. Stephen Roberts says he knows of a guy that's broken 9 or 10 cues. Well, if he buys expensive cues, let him know that he can message me for a cue anytime he wants. If he needs one once a week, we can make it happen. Bryce says that's crazy. Yeah, no, that's crazy for sure, man. 9 to 10 cues, that's a lot. Mike Bemnowski, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Doyle Monk, welcome. Ryan Spence says, I've broken close to 10 cues myself. Are you that guy that I was just talking about, Suitcase? Will they flip for break on rack 27, Rod? No, it's just straight alternate breaks. So whoever breaks in rotation breaks in rotation. That's just the way it goes. there's no there's no flip. Sometimes when you play like tournaments, they'll say if you go to the hill, then you flip for the last one. We just do alternate breaks all the time. Split screen, says Jules. I can't split screen it, man. Maybe soon, but not right now. Bryce Johnson says the only cue I seen broke was when he went to break and the shaft shattered. Well, that's something that doesn't happen too often, but if that happens, man, you just got a monster break or a bad cue maker. I don't know, man. Can the cue? Well, I guess yeah. I've seen cues kind of explode like that. I think it's just the material on the shaft, really, the reason why it happens. That's a mystery. But I like to see one of those caught in slow motion. Somebody like breaking, have you ever seen somebody break the break so powerful that they like chip the cue ball? When you watch that in slow motion, it's fascinating to watch. I'm assuming that if you were to break with enough power that you snapped your shaft into pieces, catching that in slow motion would be like a bestseller, automatic bestseller. I mean, I'd buy a copy. Tried with everything in his power to get something on that 8 ball, and he's been challenged here. On it to the top left corner. Maybe off the one. Cannon shot. This is a smart shot if you can make it. Need a little bit more of a punch stroke on that one, and he would have maybe had a closer chance. He's going to come up short, and Jeff Clare will have a chance to win this game. He's up by 1 right now. It's a race to 13. The score is currently 10-9. Peter Wood says, shot pool for 60 years and have never damaged any equipment. Good for you, man. Good for you. I want to say that I haven't myself, but I feel like I have. I've never broken a cue, although sometimes I wanted to break the butt end on somebody. But that doesn't count because I never did it. And let me try to think. Anything else? I've broken some few chalk sticks, and that's usually from just sitting down on my chalk stick. I hate when a stupid thing pops out of the thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like the stick, it's not like soldered into the holder for the chalk. It kind of just fits through a hole, and it's supposed to be good enough. But they never took into account that maybe you're going to be sitting on your chalk. You're a pool player. You put it in your back pocket. Likely you're going to sit on your chalk, and so they never really put much thought into that. And so I've broken a few of those chalk sticks like that. And I'm guilty of losing magnetic chalks. I quit using those in the 90s. At first, it was so cool, man. Like, you got a magnetic chalk. Check it out. Just throw my chalk up in the air, snap, catches on the clip. Cool. But then I started losing the stupid thing. And then I bought another one and I lost it again. Then I bought another one and I lost it again. I'm thinking, okay, well, there's got to be something here. I'm getting this thing so I can chalk all the time so I don't lose my chalk. So I have a reminder to chalk. And I'm losing it all the time. That's what made me switch over to the stick. And I've broken a few sticks since. Chalk sticks, that is. Not cue sticks. I ain't that kind of bastard. I should have joked around like that because some people might get offended. Don't be offended, man. I'm just having fun. And see, when I'm having so much fun all the time, how could you not want to subscribe to my YouTube channel? I might even throw some comedy in there. It's got to go up table or down table on our screen and then come back up for the 7 here. Wants to get a little bit of angle. There's a little bit of a dip on that shot. You see that? The cue ball kind of was going towards the 7, then it dipped back to the middle a little bit. And he's going to play through here just for the 8 ball. It's the way he should be playing it anyway. And that's going to be an easy 8. He'll take a 2-game lead at one of the most crucial times for sure. Game number 20 is now done. Game number 21 coming up next. Jeremy Hansen at the table, trailing 11-9 after being up 7-1 in the match. He's now trailing 11-9. Let's go take a little peek over there. Why not? Well, I kind of want to check out Johnny's break though. Johnny's got massive breaks. Let's see if this one will be one of the good ones that he can brag about in the future. Rack number 21. He's trailing by 2. Semi-final round, race to 13. Needs to get things going now more than ever. And the 3-ball will ensure that he's got an opportunity to get things going on this one. Making just a solid on the break means that he's going to have to be solids now because it is take what you make. The solids don't look bad at all, though, so that was actually a pretty nice break for him. At the right moment, too. Gotta watch out here not to lose the cue ball. He's good, he's good. Maybe a little walk to see where he wants the shape for the 5, but he might just go instinctively here. I like taking a little walk just to see where I'm at, to see where I want to be. Yeah, he's taking a little approach here. I like that. You can just play this through off the cushion and back to the somewhat middle here. Deep ball to the corner. He might go too far though, so it might go to the side now. Side is the way he's going to go. And he's going to get on the scoreboard here. Down by 1. 11-10. Or 10-11, whichever way you're looking at it. All right, now let's take a look on the other side. Oops, why do I keep doing that? I keep doing that all the time. I'm so used to, going to that table, and we're trying to stay away from that table. But I'm always zooming into that table, so that's why I zoomed in on that one. Natural habit. How you doing? Sharon Patagan, welcome to the stream. Says Sharon, thank you, I appreciate that. Tracy Boning, welcome to the stream. David Crow Shoe, welcome to the stream. Jane Peacock says, I've seen many cues broke, but I've never broke one. My cues were always special to me. The Joss I play with now originally was my sister's, and she passed away in August this year. So that cue, I would hurt anyone that even looks at it hard. Yeah, and see, so sometimes you get, cues that just are a little bit more meaningful in life, and you have a connection with them. And yeah, you just got to take care of your cues. I mean, even if you don't have a connection with them, maybe somebody else will. Just take care of the damn cue, man. No, he's trying to figure things out. We're going to go back to our main table here. because we're in a battle on this one. 11-10 the score, 1 game difference, and Johnny's at the table here after Jeff Clare just scratched on the break. He's got ball in hand behind the line, and it's an open table because his opponent scratched, so therefore nothing was claimed. You can't tell where the 8 is? Oh, you see it now, okay. Next to 11, yeah. Joshua Morin, how you doing? Yeah, and sorry for your loss. That's right. Sorry for your loss, Gene. I have a couple of cues like that are kind of special for me. One of the ones that's extra special for me is my first cue that I ever bought. That one had my last name engraved in it, and it was I had the picture of an eagle, which is my bird, I guess we'll say, my spirit animal. And so yeah, it's a special cue because it was my first cue. It had my name engraved in it, and I always said that my first kid that played pool was going to inherit that cue, and that was my oldest son, which I thought he was going to start playing pool, but he kind of embraced it, but it was kind of just short-lived. And at the end, he still plays pool once in a blue moon, but it's not a thing where he's going out there to play all the time and practice and competing or anything like that, or in a league. For him, pool is just more of a social aspect, so that cue basically doesn't really get used that much. But that's my baby, and I'll never get rid of it. Never sell it. And then Excalibur, my playing cue. You know, I love my playing cue that I play with right now. I won it in a raffle. $20 I spent on that raffle to get my last $20, and I won it. And the cue at the time was worth $1,000, and they said that when the last one was given away or raffled, that those cues were going to go up to $10,000 in value, which I just kept on playing with it. I didn't care. To me, it was, you know, a beautiful cue, and I wanted to win that cue with the intent of eventually becoming a champion. And when I won it, that's what I did with it. I went to go try to become a champion, and I won lots of events and some great years of pool with that cue so far. A great finish there by Johnny Baptiste, tying up the match at 11. The match between Larry and Jeremy is done, and I want to say that Larry won it, but I'm going to go find out. I'll be right back. So Larry Hunter won that match, which is going to make us come back here to our bracket. And, well, congratulations, Larry, on winning this last matchup against Jeremy Hansen. Not sure what the final score was, but what I can tell you is that he was down 7-1 when I went to go look the first time. And since then, he came back to win the match. And there is Larry Hunter waiting for the championship match. He will play the winner of the TV table. Now, if it's Jeff Clare, that'll be the first time we have those two players playing in a championship match for the King of the Hill. It will not be the first time that Jeff Clare would be playing in the King of the Hill final. It will be, I believe, for sure, second time. I believe it's only the second time that he's been in a final if he wins this match. Johnny Baptiste has been to the finals 3 times. Won twice, lost on the third one. And, well, he's got a chance to get into the final here for a 4th time and for a chance to win his 3rd King of the Hill title. But he's going to have to earn it. He's in the middle of a matchup, a big matchup against a big opponent. And we're tied at 11 with only 2 games going after this rack. We're currently in rack 23, 25 possible games available in the matchup. So we're almost pushing this one to the limit. question about where it should be spotted. It should be as close as possible to the spot in a straight line to it. If he doesn't feel comfortable with the spot, then I'll spot it. Without touching it, well, as close as possible without touching it. I believe the 8-ball has to be in line with the dot, as close as possible to the dot. Yeah, he's just spotting it. Confirming that it's good. Works for me, works for Johnny, works for Jeff. And we're going to resume this matchup. Semi-final matchup, the last one, because Larry Hunter has won his match against Jeremy Hansen. He's in the hot seat match, waiting for the winner of this match, and he'll have a chance to play for $1,600. It's a winner-take-all format. He will be the true champion. And after this match is done, I'm going to show you guys real quick the check before I reset the stream and get going for the final. Eight on the break, says Gene. Yeah, that's why they were trying to figure out the spot on it. Oh, that was previous game. I see. Joshua Morin says, all is well. Thanks for asking. Stephen Roberts says, it's probably going to come down to who holds the break, Rod. And you might be right. I mean, they've been kind of exchanging throughout the whole match. They've been exchanging back and forth. But nobody's really held the break per se. But it may come down to who holds the break in the last 3 games. Jordan Berg, welcome to the stream. Ward Homan, Desiree Church, welcome back. Marcella Patero, welcome back. Got a couple of different options here: the 3, the 1, or the 7. I might just take that 1 ball because to me it just makes sense to clear up the top here and just work the bottom after. You just got to be careful on the speed of the shot. Make sure that you get something to follow up with, and you hit that pretty heavy, trying to get a follow-up shot. And I don't think he's got anything. No, he's frozen to that 13. He's locked up on that one. Anywhere but there, man. He put that extra pace on it too, just to make sure that he didn't get hooked, and he ended up getting hooked anyway. Gonna take a little walk around to see what options he's got to work with, but it's gonna take a little bit of a miracle for him to be able to finish this rack here from this position. Either a miracle or something special. If you're enjoying this match and you're enjoying the matches throughout the whole day and the coverage, maybe you guys can like and share the stream. If you haven't gone to the YouTube channel yet, there's a link for it here on this comment section. You can click on that link, go to the YouTube channel, and hit subscription. Subscribe to my channel, and you will help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit too ambitious, but that's what they asked me to do. So that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, nice attempt there, Johnny. Nice attempt, buddy. Going to be a ball in hand for Jeff, and he's going to have a chance to get on the hill first. A crucial rack here. Crucial rack. He who wins this game here will get on the hill first and puts all the pressure on the other opponent. But yeah, make sure you guys go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch some 1080p action, you can do it on there. And well, I'm going to stream, well, of course, anything that I do for competition. And I'm also going to have some of my tutorials on there, not tutorials, but practice sessions with, I guess, interactive tutorial, because I'll have you guys talking to me and kind of interacting with me as I go through my training sessions. Tyson Tame, how you doing? Don Cherry, welcome to the stream. This ain't Don Cherry like you people Don Cherry, right? Not that Don Cherry. If you don't know what that is, that's one of the hockey analysts from not too long ago who ended up getting shut down because he was talking. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Remembrance Day, and he kind of went off about the poppy. And then when he went off about the poppy, he was talking about like people that are foreigners or immigrants in Canada, and he said "you people." And I don't know if that's the way he meant it, but that's the way it was taken in context, and they canceled him out because of it. I hope you're not the same guy. I don't have anything against you anyway, but I'm just saying. Don't bring that heat to my kitchen, man. I'm kidding, Don. I'm kidding. Well, he seems to have solved the puzzle here, and all he's got to do here is just stay out of trouble with the cue ball, and he should be the one to get on the hill first. A little bit of room here for the 13 to go past, no problem. He's got a dry angle to be able to get up table a little bit here for the 9 ball next. And all he's got to do is just get a forward angle from the 9 to get onto the 8 ball, and he's good. Basically here, just play this one through or draw back. Both of the angles were going to work, whether he went through or drew back. And he might just roll this up here gently for the 8, which is what he's done. And a nice straight in 8 ball is going to get Jeff Clare onto the hill first. 12 to 11. He's on the hill. And he's breaking for the match next. He's going to take a quick breather. We'll talk about the rules real quick. King of the Hill tournament rules: race to 13 for the first 3 rounds, race to 15 for the finals, single elimination, alternate breaks, straight races, no handicaps, 2-move racking system, take what you make, cue ball fouls only, and championship match must be played. Oh, and let's not forget the most important one of them all: winner take all. While he's over there, I'm going to go grab the check and show you guys the check real quick. I'll show you the front side and the back side. The back side is in black, and it's signed by all the players that played in the event. I'll show you guys on the stream. That is the check for the winner. What do you guys think of that check? It's amazing, ain't it? That is the checks that we give out with the King of the Hill now. We've been doing it since last year. We started off with it. And well, it's been an ongoing tradition now, and it'll continue to go. And we have a factory of people working at home making these checks every week. We just need to have more tournaments. No, honestly, it felt like a factory last night though, because everybody was in it, man, and we're all working together to get that check built. And I had to make a check for Johnny Baptiste because he won 2 events at the beginning of the King of the Hill series when it first started off back in 2018. And well, I owed him a check. I owed him 2 checks, but we made him a check, but we ran out of material, so I only gave him 1. But he got his check for 2018, and he's looking for a chance here to maybe try to get the 2022 check also. But he's gonna have to figure things out here because, well, his opponent just made a ball on the break, and he's on the hill. Needs a little bit of luck, any kind of luck to work out for him, just so he can have a chance to get back in this match. Now, one thing that I know is that these guys are dangerous in the finish. Both of them can finish the table. Now, if Jeff doesn't get a chance to finish this table and win this match on this one, Johnny would be breaking in the last rack. And I believe it was Johnny that's breaking the last rack. And if that's the case, he's got monster breaks, man. The kind of breaks that can't finish a game. And so if it gets to the next rack, Johnny can still maybe pull this off. I feel like this is the last opportunity here for Jeff Clare to be able to win this match. And I think he kind of almost feels it too. So he's going to try to get it done here. The table is perfect for it. He's made a stripe, and the stripes are open. 8-ball isn't in a bad spot either. It only goes to one pocket, but the shape to the 8-ball is not that hard to get to. And he's going to miss that shot. Oh, no. That's going to bring Johnny to the table. He doesn't have a lot to work with here, though. But can he make it work? Can he make it work? That's the question. As you can see there from the side view, possibility to bop the 6 to the side and then go up table. Not sure if that's what he's going to take on. He is going to take that on. That's going to allow him to get onto the 4-ball, which is one of the other problem balls for him. He can opt to kind of run into those 2-ball here if he wants to, or he can just stay clear from it and just try to get back to it afterwards. Take the cue ball up table, down the middle. He missed that shot. Ooh, man. And he's kind of blocked that pocket by missing that shot, so now Jeff's going to have to try to figure things out on this table. And, well, he's on the hill. He's looking to close out, but that pocket that was once wide open is now blocked by that 4-ball. And that means that the 11 and the 15 need to either be broken out or needs to play perfect shape behind them. Bit of a challenge now. When he plays this shot, he can go up table somewhat and then maybe set up for the combination with a breakout angle for that 11 and 15. So there's an option there. Not sure if that's what he's going to want to play. He might even just try to play instead of a breakout, playing the combination with position off that, playing for shape. All depends on what he does here on this opening shot of this turn. And he's got options here. Doesn't have to play the combo anymore. And this table looks like it's an easy finish, but it isn't. He's going to have to earn it here. He's looking to open up this pocket with that 11 ball. Or sorry, the 13 ball. Trying to take the 13 off the 4 with a nice hard pace so that way he can get that 4 ball out of the way. If he hits it right, he can even play the shape right off the hop to be able to follow up with the 11 or the 15. Everything rides on him hitting this 4 ball and making the shot. He missed the 4 ball. Now this is going to become a little bit more difficult. He's got position off the 14 to be able to take the cue ball towards that area. I just don't know if you try to crash into it or if you try to get behind it. Because you can play this with a gentle pace to try to take the cue ball off the bottom reel, off the top reel, and try to end up behind that 11 and 15. As long as you get onto one, you may be able to get onto the other. Tough situation to be in. A bank can maybe help out here too, but it's not quite lined up for it. Kelsey McLean says, "Let's go, Johnny B." Stephen Roberts says, "The drama builds, LOL." Oh, for sure it does, man. It always does in these matches. Always. I got a couple of comments, so I got to go back and check them out. Sorry, I was all cut up and talking to everyone, and suddenly I lost myself. Not him, but I know the reference. Ah, I see. Well, with that name, you're gonna get referenced all the time, right? Brandon Johnson, how you doing? And look at this, a chance for Johnny again. Come on, we got to take it to the hill, man. Lisa McNabb, welcome back. Mark Hood, how you doing? Brandon Manitoba, welcome. Linda says, hey, Rod, what will that fit in my ATM deposit slot? Yeah, money in the bag. It's a beautiful check, ain't it? We did it the first time, and then like I fell in love with it. I just said, you know what? I always want to give these guys a check because it's something that they can hang up. And the reason why we put all the signatures in the back is so that way they have a memorabilia of every player that was left behind before they won the whole thing. You know, it's like a bounty sort of a bounty of signatures. The more signatures you collect, the better a player you are. No Calcutta's price, unfortunately, no. Joseph Tamayo, how about Vegas and Under King of the Hill, Rod? Oh yeah, that's coming, bro. It's coming. We're just working out. We're working out the dates because there's a lot of things coming up throughout the next couple of months. So we're trying to make sure everything's scheduled. And I'm kind of spreading myself thin a little bit. I'm doing the tournament here on Sundays. I'm doing the tournament at the Blue Room on Saturdays. I'm doing the junior program as well on Saturdays and Sundays. And then on top of that, I'm trying to run a tournament once a week on the weekdays. Plus, I have bourbon. I got to do a tournament of bourbon still. And then I got to get the snooker stuff going. So I got lots of stuff going. And not to mention that I got a little baby on the way, which I'm assuming he's probably going to want some attention too. So yeah, busy life, man. Busy life. But somehow I'm going to fit all the time in there to be able to run events and stream events and make checks. Oh no, it was all perfect, but he lost control of the cue ball there a little bit. It rolled up on him for the one ball. And I don't know if he's got it. He's got to take a look to see. He's working it out. Gene Peacock says, okay, Rod, I subscribed on YouTube and I liked and shared, but I'm still going to watch on Facebook. Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. You got the option, right? I mean, if you want to go on YouTube, you can. And if you don't, then you can watch it on Facebook. But this is another thing. When you subscribe to the YouTube channel, now when I go live, no matter what, you get a notification, right? So sometimes you don't get the notifications on Facebook either. Unless you're constantly watching, you're constantly following, then it knows that you watch that stuff. So then whenever anything goes live, it'll just pop it up to you, right? But yeah, thank you. I appreciate the support. It means a lot to me, Gene. Kent Townley says, I believe Johnny broke and ran 3 out of the last 4 racks on his break. I would believe you're right. Gene says, I think you wanted to save the 14 to use for the 6. Sorry, I mean the 8. Who won the other match? Wants to know, Jordan Campbell. It was Larry Hunter that won that match. He started off being down 7-1, and I walked over there and I asked him, what's the score? And he's looking at me like, don't ask me, bro. And I asked anyway, and they said it was 7-1. And when I went to go check the score the last time, it was 11-9 for him. He was in the lead, and then he won the match. So he could have won maybe 13-10, 13-11. Maybe even went to the hill. I don't think it went to the hill, though. And well, the challenge has been thrown again here. The pressure is building up between these guys. Could be an easy standard finish, but they're coming up short and they're coming up funny spots. And well, he's gonna have to figure out how to finish this one here. I feel like he can still make the shot to the bottom left corner, so that's not the problem. What he's concerned with is that one ball is sort of blocking the 15. So he has to be fairly precise on the shape for the 15. And because that 14 is sitting by the pocket, hung in the pocket basically, it'll be hard for him to control the pace on this cue ball. He'll take a little walk around to figure things out, and we'll watch him kind of figure things out. Fabian Iron Eagle, how you doing? Todd Desjarlais says, let's go, Johnny. John Quincy, how you doing? Ken Gibbs, welcome to the stream. Kelly Oberpriller, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I probably didn't. And what a cut shot that was. It was a tougher shot for sure. But the result, that's what mattered. That bounce off the 8 helped him get the shape. And now he's got a chance to close out the match here. Just the 14 and the 8 ball left. And he's made sure that he's got an easy 8 for the finish. Jeff Clare is going to be our second finalist for this King of the Hill winner take all 8 ball. Final score 13-11. And Johnny's going to come up a little bit short. He played really well, but in the end, Jeff Clare came through for the finish. Great matchup, absolute great matchup. Let's check out the highlight of the day so far. And I say so far because we got more matches coming. There's the highlight of the day. Johnny Baptiste, double bank side on the 3. Clean, no horns, man. Past the 8 ball. What a beauty. What a beauty. Play your best game with Q Sports Live. And, well, let's update the bracket. We have to update the bracket, right? We've got this far. We can't let it go now. Jeff Clare wins that match, and he will have a showdown with Larry Hunter. But let's make it official. Oops. I don't know what I did there. There we go. Doing some zigzag stuff that I wasn't trying to do. All right, so there's our final, our championship match. Jeff Clare versus Larry Hunter. We're going to be back with another showdown. It's the final showdown of the King of the Hill winner take all 8 ball. What a showdown it's been so far. A quick commercial here, and I will do some things in the background real quick while I'm doing that.
What's up, everyone? My name's Rambo. I give private guitar lessons online, beginner to expert level. I teach technique, rhythm, theory, and songwriting, and I can help you learn almost any style you'd like. I'm taking in new students of all skill levels, so click the link below if you want to take your skills to the next level. Don't forget to follow along for more. Keep practicing, studying, and training, and rock on.
Now, to me, watching what that was, that demonstration right there, to me, that's like the equivalent of a master pool player. What he did with that guitar, that's me with a pool cue, man. And I wish I could do that with a guitar. I am going to do that, man. After the busy season kind of rolls through and we get to the slower months in January and February, I'm going to start my training, and I'll be learning from Rambo Miller myself. If you guys are looking to learn anything with guitar, he's your man. Give him a shout. Message him at his email, and he would love to take care of you and to teach you what he knows. I have to kind of go here, but we did everything quickly. I did lots of commercials already, so we're good on commercials. And but you know what? I know we're good on commercials, but I kind of want to show you guys these lights. Check out these Predator lights, Arena Billiard lights, engineered by Lucid Ball Sports. Incredible lighting, the best lighting in the entire planet. I tell you right now, if you're a pool player and you ever get a chance to play under these lights, you're not going to want to play under any other lights after that. You're only going to want to play under these ones. I guarantee it, man. I guarantee it. And, well, that's going to be it, I guess. So we're going to do the pool wisdom. The more you sweat and practice, the less you'll bleed in battle. Get to those tables and work hard to become the champion within. Your time is coming, man, but not till you put that time on the table. And the time, well, that's the hard times. The times when you want to walk away and quit. The times when everything is like, you know, forget it. Don't forget it, man. Dive in a little deeper. Find the champion within. You're on your way. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's been a pleasure so far. We're having a blast here. King of the Hill 2022. And we're down to the last two players. Larry Hunter versus Jeff Clare. And we may have, or we will have, actually, we will have a new King of the Hill. Yes, because both these guys have never won it. So we're excited about this one. I know I am. My name is Rod Arriagada. If you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, make sure to do so. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel on YouTube, hit the link and go there and subscribe to my channel. I need 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if I can do it. I feel like I have a better chance of becoming a pro player than I do doing that. But maybe you guys can prove me wrong. You know, go to the channel and subscribe and, I don't know, prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong. I don't think you can. I have a better chance to become a pro, I tell you. I'll be back with another stream shortly. As I said, my name is Rod Arriagada. You can add me or follow me. If you want me to come to your town to cover an event for you, message me at cslmanitoba@gmail.com. Any products or anything like that, message me at cslmanitoba@gmail.com. It'd be a true pleasure to help you out however I can. Predator equipment, jam up gear, or anything else that you can think of that we deal with, let me know. It would be a true honor to help you. I'll be back shortly. I got to reset this stream. We're going to go right back into it. The championship match coming up next. It's a race to 15, the last match of the night. And it's a winner take all. $1,600 on the line. Don't go too far, but you got enough time for a quick drink. Maybe a smoke. Unless you smoke inside, then whatever, man. Take your time. I'll be back soon, though. Cheers.